Is YouTube on easy mode after 3 months of posting? No. Got your answer? No. Let me break it down to you. All right. Look, if you're on YouTube right now and you posting a lot, you're gonna notice you're gonna end up falling to fatigue. But guess what? What I'm realizing now, I'm starting to notice that you do gotta stay true to you. Don't try to emulate other people. Be you. Be you is going to be more beneficial to your growth on YouTube. And I'm telling you that because I have noticed from pulling videos off of YouTube that was not associated with the stuff I was talking about. So I have realized to start separating things. You'll notice that on YouTube, if you post certain stuff and you talking about certain things, it's like your own niche that you're trying to dedicate your channel to. You'll notice that if you straddle away and you go off of that, your next video that you talk about could get a lot of views for you. But what tends to happen is your other previous stuff seems to, for some odd reason, start to slow down. It's like the algorithm is starting to like look at your channel as, wait a minute, you talked about these things before. Oh, you're starting to make a transition now to talk about these. Well, what tends to happen is, what that problem is, when you think about that, you think it makes sense. Mm. To some it might, but this is the problem with that. You don't have enough subscribers. Sorry, you don't. When you start making a transition from your channel over to something else, normally why, I'm sorry, getting over a cold. Normally why things start to slow down is because your channel subscribers a lot of times are the ones that end up seeing your stuff that was before. For some odd reason now, your subscribers are not seeing your stuff being posted unless they're actually committed to going to your channel a lot. And I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but when they talked about easy mode before, that was because of the dude Dante and the DoorDash. It felt like everything was on easy mode because everybody was up and like everybody had that energy that made you feel like, oh, I could do this, I could get monetized in a month, I could get monetized in 30 days. But no, even people that say they got monetized in 30 days, when you look at their channel, they didn't get monetized in 30 days. It's it's not that it's I'm not calling it a gimmick, but you gotta remember, we all out here shooting for the same star. We all trying to make it. We all trying to succeed and make extra income. A lot of us really trying to make extra income. But what I'm noticing is I had to withdraw myself from thinking like that because you'll notice that you might start putting videos out that have nothing to do about anything. They're just nothing. And this is where if you have a love for YouTube, it will start to come out because you will stop posting or you will take a break. And that's another thing I talked about in one of my other videos. Go and look for that one. It's about the burnout or you need to take a break. Sometimes you need to take a break. And I've been going pretty hard, but I have took breaks for maybe like a good 6 or 7 days. The longest I took was maybe like 7 days. Sometimes you gotta take a break in there. You don't just want to put up just anything because you put up just anything, you might not get one view on it. Even if it's good, it's you're going to end up getting traffic sooner or later. I even had one of my videos do over, I believe, over 300 or something views. Did good, but that's the thing. YouTube is a learning phase. So when we talk about that easy mode can be enjoyable mentally because you thinking it's on easy mode. To once you in the trenches and you down into the trenches for about a good 2 months in, and then the third month hit, and you like, oh man, this ain't it no more. It's the mindset. It's a mindset. It's a mindset shift that you have to have. You got to have a different perspective. So it's not on easy mode. Not at all. It's like anything you do. Anything you do out here deserves work and effort. and no effort, it's going to show. So if you don't put any energy into what you're doing, it will not show you any love back. So one of the things is I'm gonna talk about in another video is making it a lot easier for you so you can be relatable and also like what you're doing. You have to like what you're doing foremost. If you don't like what you're doing, then you're gonna stop. No one likes to go to work every day at a job where your boss gets on your nerves or you hate them or the co-workers you don't get along with or you always getting a write-up to the point where you about to lose your job. That's the thing why YouTube is a lot harder. It's a lot harder because no one makes you. No one makes you. It's at your own risk. You can say whatever you want, but it's repercussions. You're on a platform that you don't own. So if you say anything you want, remember, you will lose your channel. So tread lightly. Um, you can have a discussion with people about certain topics. You know what I mean? These are things that are easy to do, but it's not so simple. It's not simple because no one forces you. That's the whole key thing about YouTube. If you rechange the way you think, the pattern that you have for the way you tackle YouTube, the way you look at it, and you say to yourself, this is something I like to do, I get enjoyment, then you will get enjoyment. But you also have to talk about things that you feel like talking about. Um, that whole easy mode trend, it was always taking other people's topics and running off with their topic and trying to put your own twist to it. Well, it'll do you good, but it's not a good longevity uh, trait to have to be able to do YouTube. Reason why is because you're gonna get bored. You will get bored. You're gonna get bored because you're gonna look at these topics. You're gonna be like, I don't feel like talk about that. It's understandable. That's why certain videos I did, I looked at them and I was like, I probably shouldn't have did that one. And then when I look at it, I'm like, yo, I'm not feeling this. This is why burnout is real. It's real because you have to do what makes you feel comfortable and motivated. And sometimes motivation is not all. Sometimes it's you writing stuff down, strategizing. That's the one key about YouTube that makes it less stressful. You're going to have to lay your stuff out. And in the beginning, I did not do that. And it becomes hard because it's a beginner phase. You're in a learning phase. You're a puppy. You're a beginner. You're a beginner. When you're a beginner, you're making all type of missed shots. You just can't quite get it right. And you won't until you start to go along and you get a couple weeks in, then you got a month in, and then things start resonating to you a little bit differently. You start understanding YouTube. You start understanding the analytics. You start understanding post times. I'm seeing now that post times do matter, but not. It just depends. Depends on the day. Depends on the time of the night. It's weird. It's weird. But another weird thing is too. You see people even do shorts, long form and shorts. I don't know. It seems to have a negative result. So I don't know. Some people might strike it out lucky more than others, but it's so many things on YouTube you have to learn. It's a learning phase because what might work for me might not work for you, and what work for you might not work for me. It is what it is. So we can talk to each other, give each other advice, but I can tell you this: consistency is definitely the method to actually growing because the more you post, the more your outcome is. But you have to, I'm seeing now, you have to post about things that actually matter. Meaning it can help people or it can give them a different outlook of how they have a view or something, you know. All right?